Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020 here at Rawslowgaming, and we are finally off to something well better, or a little bit of a run we have had for a little bit here, at least in Vanarama National League South, with Bassett Football Club, which we are trying to take to the top of a Premier League and beyond. But as you see, we are still stuck in Vanarama National League here in 2022. So we have had a couple of seasons where we really haven't gotten anywhere, but we are starting to tread the waters and get somewhere. Yeah, we are still fighting our best to really get somewhere, and we have a tough match coming up here against Bromley, which will be very tough. I think we are decent in the league. We can have a look at the league table here very shortly after we have discussed or talked with our players. So let's see, Dan Morris. What do we want from you? Become stronger. Become stronger. Oh, for heaven's sake, why are you doing like that? Become stronger. So there we go. Let's have a look at the table. Bromley is second in the table, which we are meeting, and are obviously very tough opponents, have extremely good goal difference and everything. We are at the bottom here of the main or the mid table really here. It's between 5th and 15th place. It's 4 points. So we have had a decent run here for a couple of matches and are up to a decent level in the league here. Don't remember what we did last match, but I think we lost. But we are on track to make things better. That really is what I'm saying. But of course, if you have watched the series from the start, you are already knowing that we are finally finding our feet and are having some staff and everything that is decent. And speaking of that, I should have done some youth scouting here before this match. But anyway, team rating 547 versus Bromley's 599, and we will go with instant result here for this match, and we'll say give it your best to our players, and I just hope that they are doing their best, which they have, as I've been doing the last couple of matches for sure. Should of course have just seen in the league table what our last result were, if that were shown. I don't know if it were shown though, actually. But after one half here, the scoreline is still a 0-0, so a pretty good half for us, definitely. Ostrom here having a really good first half, so that's good. And we'll say just play like we practiced in training. And the atmosphere obviously really good after a couple of good runs, and the teamwork at 72, atmosphere at 17 out of 20, so really good. And we are trying to work ourselves up to have Jordan Simpson not be so angry at us. It's not really working so far. He really wants to play, and he is playing now, but not enough still or something. And there we have the final result. Unfortunately, it's 0-1 for Bassett versus Bromley, especially since the goal for Bromley actually were an own goal by Batten, I believe. That still got a 7 rating, so that's pretty special. But overall, I would say that we had a decent game here for sure. Maybe not perfect, but decent. Well, I would say pretty darn good looking at the stats here. It's just a shame that we had an own goal there, but shots 1-7, shots on target 0-4, chances 1-9, and possession 39-61%. So a shame that we had that own goal against us, but a well-deserved win really for Bromley. Can't say anything else. So still in 15th place after that match, and yeah, win, draw, and now a loss. And 5 points up now to a playoff spot, which will definitely be our aim for the season to reach. I think it will be really hard to do, but I think it's within our grasp, so definitely working towards that as ever. And we'll have a look at the youth scouting here directly, and he's participating in a scouting course, so he will do that, arrange a coaching course. So Oliver Stewart, our youth coach, can do that. So that's good. And I think overall we have actually gotten a few more youth players to your team than we have had the seasons before. And that's really is where we're trying to build the team from the ground up and everything. And with a youth coach, they are now getting some play in the reserves, or with an amateur coach, they are getting play in the reserves. I don't know actually who is really giving some players chances for the reserves, or if it's the amateur coach or the reserves coach. Doesn't really matter, but oh well. So Simpson, you are getting to play. You're going to play here alongside Richards. We will check his affairs. How much have you played? You have been playing 11 matches so far this season. So 24. You have 1.5 years left on the contract. So we'll see what we can manage to do that. Team dynamics here, talking to everyone. Yeah. So what is your problem? First team irregular. Well, it says that it's red. It's not really red because you're a first team regular. Poker Cliff wants to improve. That is something you have done, are doing. That's really good. Yeah, he's improving quite a lot still here, and that is the sort of players that we really need, that are base level 55 or something like that in average. Poker Cliff did well in training. So we'll continue like that. We'll remember to have another look here. Yeah, still doing that. So arrange a coaching course. We will do that again. This time with our amateur coach. We will start the match. We'll do another instant match here, or instant result for the match against Hemel Hempstead, which should be an easy game for us. Our team rating 548 versus their 513, and at home also. So it should be a good chance for do a good result. And we will say to the lads, get stuck in, let's show them who's boss. And unfortunately we get a goal against us, of course, in the 7th minute. We are coming back with an equalizer in the 33rd, so the scoreline after one half is a 1-1. And our defense is having a bad game, and our keeper Bauer and Schultz both at 5 in rating, which is pretty darn poor. I will do a little bit of a risky talk here. Come on, lads, show them who's boss. I know they can do better. Atmosphere down to 15, teamwork at 75, so still really good on both, really, to be honest, but nothing special. We do take the lead in the 50th minute in the second half, but it's just 2-1 so far, so a little bit scary here, the final minutes, but it is the end result, 2-1 for Bassett versus Hemel Hempstead. Not maybe the easiest win that we, or win that were that easy that we would have liked it to be, but we really shouldn't complain that get a win. A win is a win, no matter what. So as said, the end result 2-1 for Bassett versus Hemel Hempstead. Shots 5-2, shots on target 2-1, chances 73, and possession 60-40%. So pretty good. And that brought us up to 11th place in the league, 3 points off from a playoff spot now. So yeah, this is up to the level that we really want to be. And finally, the sports for the board is up to 14, feeling more stable. The fans are more happy, and the media is more happy, and everyone is really more happy. So that's really good. Our reserves are losing now, continue to lose here. Can I see if they are in a table or anything? Yeah, standings. There we go. Yeah, so our reserves are not that lost, but almost. Really bad goal difference here. So obviously our reserves are not up to par, but we know that we are going to promote more youth players, and we were getting rid of pretty much everyone that were in the reserves team our first season, our second season, and even our third season, because we had so many old players that were earning like more than the first team players, which destroyed our economic situation and everything. So we couldn't prolong the contracts on our main players and everything. So terrible. So that's really the main reason why we are having a weak reserves squad. But that is something that is going to change here throughout this series, or are starting to finally maybe bed in our youth players into the reserves. So that's another good thing that we are having for us, or are starting to work for us, so to say, the changes that we have done from the start. So for the 2028 UEFA European Championship is going to be in Turkey, according to that vote, so to say. So I think it's time to do a 3D match here. And let's see here, lineup assistant, Tom Richards, yeah, Simpson, you are getting to play instead of Simple. One last chance. We will say that this sort of state can't continue. He's like just super down for whatever reason. He really is playing. Scouting finished, no free ticket for sponsor, that's alright, highest form game, whatever. We will take a look here at scouting. Watch beach soccer tournament, yeah, that's fine. Team dynamics, we will speak with Simpson here. Alright, you're yellow now at least, so can you be nicer? Are we going to say this now? I think we are. Alright, so he's finished with the club now, so you will not get to play, if that's the case. Then we will rather work on Simple here, who's have a good chance of keep developing. And yeah, Simpson on the bench, that's all right. We tried, and he had his chance. So I said we will do 3D match for this match. Our team rating 544 versus Maidstone United's 554. And while we are watching the game to load here, we'll say give it your best here. While it's loading, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show and this Let's Play series and everything like that. And if you're doing that and haven't hit the subscribe button yet, do that as well. And while you're hitting that, you can also hit that notification bell if you want to be super sure of not missing out on anything here on the channel with the daily uploads. And speaking of the channel and things and helping the channel in all ways possible, there is a link in the description where you can buy FIFA Manager 2013 or 2014 at a good price. With an affiliate link, so I will get a little piece of it if you buy from there. So a good way to support the channel, and that is of course something you need if you're going to play FIFA Manager 2020. And a link in the description also to the tutorial on how to install FIFA Manager 2020, and you can just search for it as well and you will find it. With that said, we have now started a match here against Maidstone United, and we're doing highlights just as usual and 4 times the speed, and I will be a little bit more silent here on the highlights since I know there is commentators over it, so to say. So a decent chance there by someone, but for us really, but I don't know exactly who it was.
Got the ball back well. Fine header, steered forward with the head.
And apparently a yellow card there for the second tackle, I guess, from Simple. But I thought it were pretty exciting tackling there and, well, breaking the ball really.
Good ball forward.
And a chance there, but not quite. Shot pretty much straight at the keeper, unfortunately. And not too much happening here at the moment at all in terms of highlight or anything in this match, Bath City versus Maidstone United. So I guess a victory here would maybe bring us up to a playoff spot, which would be fantastic. Or at least close to it.
Cross. Now will he finish this one? Oh, look at this.
And how did we miss that? An open goal on after that cross. Albeit the cross were a little bit long. So yeah, I feel like we have the upper hand here so far in the match. But scoreline 0-0 after one half. Our defense doing a decent game here so far. A little bit many yellow cards, but it's all right. And also let's continue like this. Let the assistant do the player talks and continue here for the second half.
And that's a foul. Lifted the pass very cleverly there.
And that were only a foul somehow. It really looked like a yellow card. And a boring cross that we get to see for some reason. That were straight at the keeper. Oh, what a foot parade there by the Maidstone keeper. Good save. And a good chance also for Bath City. But here we come again. Oh no, that's far too long. Super bouncy ball there or something.
Headed forward.
And a chance here for Maidstone, I think.
That's an attempt on goal.
Oh, just wide. Maybe the most dangerous chance in the match.
Keeper's ball.
And sometimes the game does that also, cutting in highlights very late. We'll see if it's any real highlight in this sequence. Or if that were everything. No real chance. And it's a goal for Maidstone United. Unfortunately. Well, decent save there first, but the rebound straight out to Graham Klassen and doing the only goal of this match so far.
Wonderful close control. Steven Gerrard has already shown them what he can. No problem for the keeper.
Another cross there from Bassity, but again straight at the keeper. Don't know why we get to see those. Really frustrating.
These boys certainly know how to defend.
So maybe last chance of the match. And the Shara puts it just wider, very nearly an equalizer. But not to be, I guess.
Knocks it long. He's got to chance it. Keeper touched it away. Has to shoot.
Again,
Seized upon by the keeper.
the rebound straight out to you, the opposite thing. Oh, well, straight out to Maidenhead. Maidstone, not Maidenhead. Now, last chance of the match. Now, still a long cross there, unfortunately.
So a change in personnel there.
And now it must be very near the final whistle.
Decent header.
What a chance of sort.
Must have a
But
shot.
blocked
Got
there.
a fist to it.
Yeah, I would say that this
Oh,
ended up
that's what
being
the
a
game
little bit
needed.
unlucky, but yeah, the final scoreline for Bassett versus Maidstone United is 0-1. Overall, a pretty good match here for us, but yeah, their keeper playing really well, I guess. Shots 6-6, shots on target 1-4, chances 6-6, and possession 54-46%. So yeah, also not really hitting the target as we should have been doing. So another reason why that didn't work out. So dropping down to 13th place after that, and 4 points off from a playoff spot at the moment. So I also saw that Beal were coming on there. Aren't we starting with Beal? Or is he just fit, or what is happening there? Because Beal is better than Ostrom, isn't he? No, not really. All right. 47, 45. Ostrom 48. 51, 47, yeah. All right. Understandable. But yeah, we have Guthridge and Brunt here that are long-term injury. Guthridge have lost a lot. He were starting to maybe challenge for the first team. Brunt haven't lost anything really here still due to his injury, which is really good for us, really. Stacia, how have you improved throughout this season or not? 49, I think you have. Yeah, a bit. So he's a decent backup player for us, at least. And Dishara, a little bit elevated at the moment, I would think. Yeah, a little bit. But he's grown in experience and everything, so he's a good choice for us, really. And yeah, I think this will be everything for this episode. So thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you next time here in FIFA Manager. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.